Hello and welcome to this very special bonus episode of the Scottish History Podcast. My name is Owen and I'm going to give you a little bonus story in relation to episode number 5 of the podcast. So if you haven't heard that episode, please go back and listen to that before continuing on with this story. Now, this is a story that was told to me as a little child by my dad. I probably was about 5 years of age, and it's a story that most Scottish children know about. It's in relation to King Robert the Bruce. After his defeat at the Battle of Dalry, Robert the Bruce decides to leave the mainland of Scotland for a little piece of R&R, I suppose. Take himself away from the country and regain his belief. So he heads off of the west coast of Scotland onto an island in the Irish Sea called Rathlin Island. On that island he found himself in a cave, and one evening he's sitting down in that cave just thinking about things, praying probably as well, when at the corner of his eye he sees a spider, and that spider is spinning a web in the corner of the cave. Now, like most people, Bruce didn't really like spiders. So he sweeps the web away, he destroys the spider's web and sweeps the spider away, thinking nothing of it. But a few minutes later, Bruce, at the corner of his eye, notices the spider is back and it is resumed to build another web. Bruce again swipes away at the spider, but again, a few minutes later, the spider comes back. And he watches in awe as the conditions, the outside conditions, the wind and the water that was dripping around the cave continually, like Bruce had done previously, continually destroyed that spider's web. It took the spider 7 attempts to eventually complete spinning its web to catch its prey. And as Bruce watched that spider on those 7 attempts trying to complete its web, Bruce started to realise that it was a very similar scenario as to himself and trying to defeat the English. The first attempt maybe didn't work. The second attempt maybe didn't work. The third attempt didn't work. But what Bruce noticed in the spider was a resilience. No matter how many times the spider tried, it would come back stronger and it would continue to try again. So Bruce took this as a sign from God, an omen, and he took that back to Scotland with him when he returned in February 1307. You may have heard of the phrase, if at first you don't succeed, try again. These words were written by famous Scottish author Sir Walter Scott in relation to this particular legend about Robert the Bruce. Now, whether or not the story is true, does it really matter? There is a moral to the story, and that is, of course, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And Bruce did that. And as we're going to find out in episode number 6, by trying again, Robert the Bruce would eventually succeed.